All right, Chris Bailey. Chris Bailey. First title, first USA title. Looked like a very clean win. How'd you kind of feel out there?
I wish I could have ran my first 200 a little quicker and put myself in a better position to get to the break. Instead, I was like around third or fourth to the break. And so once we got around this third turn, it was a little, bumping and shoving, but I mean, that's indoor. So I was able to navigate the traffic pretty well and, assert my dominance at the 300 and just finish strong. So
what goes on in your head when, you are third or fourth to the break? Indoor track is such a congested event. Were you panicking? Were you nervous at all? What was the feeling?
It was a little more uncomfortable because it did get physical. And so at one point, I bumped into Vernon on that backstretch over there, and then trying to get in front to the last turn, I bumped into Eliza a lot. So, I mean, indoor is physical. It's just all about your mental game and how you navigate all that traffic. And I did it pretty well today.
Chris, you ran 44.70 and your 45.10 was so easy yesterday. Do you think you might be able to take a shot at the world record?
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, if the race is clean, if races are clean, that's always a possibility. But at this point in championship season, I'm not more so concerned about times. It's more so about placement and my races. And, the place I want overall is first. So
this was such kind of a cluttered, a few straights and turns. Do you feel like, is that affirming that you'll be able to pull out the win? Just kind of what you said?
Nothing is guaranteed and anything can happen in these indoor races. You never know what move anybody is going to make. That move could either, propel me to the front, or it could, trip me at any point in the race. So, I'm just worried about what I do on that day, how I navigate my races, and giving myself enough cushion to either, comfortably win each race I step into, or, just be cautious about my placement in the races in order to finish first.
So far from March to like the August Nationals, I mean, the indoor season doesn't necessarily have to interfere with your outdoor season.
Yeah, that's true. And it's all about me and my coach going back and talking about, my season. Because I started this February, and I'm expecting to race up until September. So, my coach is a mastermind behind all of that, and it also depends on what races I get in throughout the year. So, but ultimately it's my coach's decision.
Are you planning to train through World Indoors, or is the goal to peak and then go down and then come back up?
That's also something else that my coach and I will have to talk about. But in my mind right now, yes, I am going to Nanjing, China, and I am contesting for a world championship. So that's the goal.
What are type of things you're gonna want to work on? You said, hey, if you can get a nice clean race. What are some, race strategy things that you might take into the World Championship that might be a little bit different than we saw today?
Yeah, I've always had a struggle with my start, and so this year I have been working on a better start. That speed endurance is really playing a role. I am getting quicker. I just ran 44.7 on my opener, so my speed is there. It's just maintaining it throughout the race. Each race I step into.
Thanks, Chris.